So today I wanted to offer an opinion. On this subject of the green card. Do you have to switch it for a TAE card? And I wanted to explain why there's so many problems about this, why there's so much stuff kicking up on social media about it, and some of the things that I've seen and read, and what you should be doing about it if you haven't already switched your card. Okay, then first of all, right, well, you don't have to switch it yet. There's lots of rumours saying that you have to switch it by June. Where are these rumours coming from? I'll tell you where the rumours are coming from. The rumours are coming from places like, I've seen emails from accountants, I know, because we got one. My wife actually got one, which more or less stated that if you didn't switch your green card to a TAE card, then you'd lose the right to work by the end of June. I actually took that email, printed out, went to the National Police in Malaga, and managed to get a counsel just for a minute with the guy who ticks all the boxes there in the back office, and he took one look at it and said hasn't got a clue what they're talking about, doesn't know. I've emailed the source of a couple of these emails, which are the accountants. I've requested the article of which they're basing that information on. They haven't got back to me and sent that. Okay, so as far as we're concerned at the moment, although this document that the Spanish government have issued, which proves the three forms of people who are beneficiaries of the withdrawal agreement. There you can see the green certificate, green card, and a TAE card. If you have a green certificate, you have a green card, then you're still classified as a beneficiary of the withdrawal agreement as per the law that was published. I've just reread it again in July the 4th, which came into force on July the 7th last year, which stated that holders of the green card and the green certificate were beneficiaries of the withdrawal agreement, will maintain the same rights as they had before Brexit and can continue to live and work in Spain. So, where's all this confusion come from? As I said, there seems to be a lot of misunderstanding out there, but the green cards are causing problems. Okay, people crossing borders are having problems with green cards. I had a client the other day, came across with a resguardo, first-time resident. His partner had a green card. They gave her more hassle than they gave him. Okay, where else have we seen it? I've seen it at the ITV stations. We did a registration for somebody the other day, and they just wouldn't, and it was a normal registration. Would we change your residence, or wasn't anything like that? They requested their proof of their NIE, as they do. Well, proof of the NIE, if you're a beneficiary of the withdrawal agreement, you still got the green card, is that? And they said they want to see the TAE card. I said no. So I had to go down with this, Spanish, go down with the law, had an argument with them. The local plates, change what they call recambios, are spares place. They call it spares. We buy plates for the cars that we register. They no longer accept the green card for British citizens. They said, we don't care. We don't care what the law is. We don't care. We want to see a TAE card because that's what our boss says. Okay. So this is why there's all this confusion. So yes, in theory, you do not have to switch your card yet for a TAE card. The other day I was listening to Bill Anderson, the councillor in Mijas, as part of Business First group that I'm part of. A big shout out to them on my YouTube channel. And Bill did a great radio show the other day with Charmaine, the British Council for Andalusian Canaries. And then she said, he asked her the question very straight, and she said, no, you don't have to. Okay, but now I want to get on to my point, because I like to voice my opinion at times, is why on earth wouldn't you? There's actually advocates out there for not doing it. Why? It's ridiculous. It is evidently going to get harder. It's not going to get easier to live in Spain with the certificate, the card, okay? It just makes no sense at all not to. I can't understand why groups, you have large followings, would advocate people not to do it. It sounds ridiculous. I do understand that there is a connection there to the EU, but you've also got where's the EU ribbon there on the back, I don't know. but just do it. Just get it done. It sounds ridiculous from where I sit, in the point of view I'm doing paperwork every day. Okay, it can't get any easier having a green card. So now there's appointments available. It costs €12 if you pay the tax. If you pay someone to do it, they'll charge you to go with them. So it's just ridiculous not to do it. And I'm not saying that because we charge people to go with them and organise it, and we've done hundreds. Right, we don't publicly actually advertise that service, but people come to us, can you help me switch your card? Of course we can. And we charge a fee for our service, and evidently they pay the €12 tax as well. But it seems ridiculous that people wouldn't. I'm going to tell you why, in a few reasons why. As you can see, it does annoy me when people tell people not to do it. If you've got a green certificate, okay, then you are very, very on risky ground, because we've had 2 certificates which were more than 10 years old, which when the person got to the police station had actually been revoked. For whatever reason, the residency had been revoked in a certain date, and they've had to start all over again with the immigration authorities in a subdelegation of the government in Malaga. Okay, so having that green certificate doesn't automatically mean that you're going to get switched for a TIE, because if on their system, for whatever reason, and we never found out why it was revoked, they just say, I'm sorry, but this residency has been revoked. It was revoked in 2012. Okay, then you have to start again. And if you don't qualify within the withdrawal agreement, i.e. in Malaga, if you didn't have healthcare in place, it becomes really hard to start the process again, especially in the 5th month of the year in 2021. Also, if you've got a green certificate like that, you will get a 10-year TIE card, a permanent card straight away. So if you're lucky enough to have been sat on that without getting in trouble and not renewing it for a permanent card already, then you'll get a 10-year card. So if your residency green card is over 5 years, you go straight to 10 years and you don't have to prove anything. You have to prove your healthcare, you don't have to prove your income or nothing. You just go, do a straight swap, and you get 10 years. You might have to prove that if you're living in a new address where you're living now. Okay, and that wasn't the case before. Before July last year, if you wanted to switch your 5-year-old temporary residency card for a 10-year card, then, well, permanent card it was at the time, because you never had to renew it because it wasn't a TIE card. Now we have to renew these permanent ones because the photos go out of date. But you had to prove all sorts. You had to prove your healthcare, you had to prove that you still had income, and in some circumstances we've had to go back 5 years proving where that person had been and what they'd been doing in Spain for that time. And now you've got a free pass to switch it for a 10-year card. All right, so I can't understand why anybody who's had a green card or certificate for over 5 years would not switch it for a TIE card. Now, for those of you who have had the card for less than 5 years, well, okay, if you're coming up to that period where you've had it for 4 years and 9 months, it might be worth waiting a little while and go and get your 10-year card, because if you switch it now, you will be given a 5-year card. Okay, it all depends on what pops up on the police system. So if you go in, depending on how long you've been registered with them, they will say, oh, you're going to get a 10-year card or you're going to get a 5-year card. If you've had your card for 2 years, then you will get a new 5-year card, and then you will get a 10-year card after that. All right, but it doesn't. People say, "Oh, I'm going to wait the 3 years and then go and get my 10-year card." No, don't do it. Why? This at one point they have to end. The green cards have to end. The green card certificates, right, by default, they fall to bits within 3 years. You have to be the most careful citizen in the world. I've seen some certificates actually been in very good condition, but the cards are rubbish. We know they're rubbish. So they just change it. So yeah, that's my opinion anyway. I think that it would be foolish not to change the green card for a TIE card. It's the way forward. I hate it, that we've got all this happening with the EU, and we'd love to hold on to that green card, but the TIE card, it's the way forward. It's not going to change. The green cards are eventually going to fall to bits, and then if it falls to bits or you lose it, then you have to get to Nuncio, then change it. And I'm sure at some point in the future there will be something published that says, right, now this is the end date for the green document. So I don't know if I stressed enough that I think it's a good idea to change your green card to a TIE card. I think I might have got laboured that point, but it is true that you don't have to do it by June at the moment we're recording this video, and there is a lot of misinformation out there.